Northern Region Division 1 outfit Norton Community have suspended 5 of its officials over allegations of match fixing following the club's 7-0 loss to title-chasing Scotland. According to the club, the suspension resulted from an investigation following a review of Measure 33, and the suspensions will be reviewed and may be subject to further disciplinary action. So the 5 suspended are the 2 coaches, Clemens Masunda and Willard Ngoembuga, and the goalkeeper Brendan Bare, and 2 executive members, Tafadzwa Kuyerukana and Patrick Nyamayaro. So allegations of match fixing. When do we say that this game has been fixed? Do we look at the result and say, okay, 7-0, this smells of maybe, corruption or something? Do we look at that, or maybe they are just trying to chase a tail that's not even there?
I think looking at the scoreline alone would not be fair, because I'm saying globally we've seen big scorelines. I think as recently as this past weekend we saw 22 goals scored in Malawi. So, I mean, it's possible for results like that to happen. But I think because of how difficult it is to prove match fixing in certain instances, I think until the issue has been gone through the entire disciplinary process, they're not going to give us all the details. My assumption is that they probably have information around maybe someone attempting to influence that match, whether it's payments being made clandestinely or whatever. But I think it just speaks to, there's been a lot of skullduggery that has been happening in the Northern region. I think we've seen Scotland awarded a game after it was abandoned. The same has happened to Moors, and I think it speaks to maybe the pressure that is there, and it's forcing people to behave in weird and strange ways. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a genuine attempt at fixing this match because of all the things that are happening. I'm not saying it happened, but there's a lot of skullduggery that's happening in this race, because there's just that one slot for promotion, and right now at one point I think it was 4 teams that were in contention, but it looks like it's narrowing down to just Moors FC, also from Norton, and Scotland from Mavuku as well. So I hope, and my desire would be for these issues to be dealt with on the field of play. Gairo was 7-0. Gairo was 7-0 is this lot.
So I'm going to take you back, I think a couple of years back, in Division 1 again. I remember the issue between Douglas Warriors and Simba Stars. Simba Stars, 2008, going all the way, and they were supposed to be crown champions. But my issues were because they were, questionable results that Simba Stars had. In the end, Douglas Warriors were promoted. Are we seeing a familiar trail here?
Yeah, we might see a familiar trail out, but some of these things are what I still feel good. It should be a thing of the past. If you are to get promoted, just play your normal game. If you are to win games, you win games. And as much as you want to get promoted, there's somehow because of your team's performances, and then because it's dangerous, especially for the Norton community team. Situations it's very dangerous. Could you clear even your name? Even if it's cleared, it has already been soiled. Because FIFA look into these things, and if you still remember the issue here, Bruce Grobela, John Fashan, a whole lot of those guys.
And it also affects, my careers for players. Because remember the Asia Gate scandal and all that. I know of certain players who could not get gigs outside the country because their names, when you go...
Have already been soiled.
I remember at one point, Justice Majabi, they had a move lined up, to the Bundesliga. And, when they were looking back into him, and all these things were coming up. So it's not a good thing.
Upon a big team in Ozombo that we associated now, especially big teams, they want, in a professional set-up, all these guys that have been, allegedly, imagine starting from the coaches. Executives can go wherever they want.
But for the players...
But for coaches, livelihood is very difficult now. For the players, it's sad. 22, 23 years. And for the next 10 or so years, those niggas, what is he going to do? And they need to
very
clear
sad.
their names. Yeah, they need to clear their names. And between now and Pavachetama investigations, they need to clear their names so that next year or after, but I feel for the coaches.
It's your premier football show, The Couch, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Konapo, Ipapo, Pazetium Prime, DSV channel 294, the place to be.